Hello friends, what's up? It's Jamie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the first, unofficial, episode of possibly the most behemoth task I have ever attempted. And I say that as someone currently working on an audio drama and several other independent projects. Because at least with my audio drama Mission to Martius and my other passion projects, I created them. I live in those worlds every day. They are a part of me. I know them like the back of my hand. And when I make changes and adjustments to them, I can still do so without really having to answer to anyone. It's another beast entirely to rewrite a series that isn't mine. Although I've actually done like mock rewrites for other series for fun before, this is going to be my first time actually trying to establish a full narrative again for a series that is not mine from start to finish. But really, I can't think of a better series for me to do so with than with Minecraft Diaries. After all, it is a beloved series from my childhood, and despite the fact that I have only rewatched the series for the first time in 7 years recently, I actually still know it pretty well. Like, I was genuinely surprised with how much I still remembered. It's actually very funny to me how I went from making theory videos trying to predict where the story was gonna go, and now I'm going to be crafting my own version of the story of Minecraft Diaries. Like, it's very funny how that's worked out. I think it's gonna be fun. It's a huge undertaking, and I know that I'm hardly the first person to attempt a Minecraft Diaries rewrite, but here's why mine is going to be different. For starters, I'm not actually going to rewrite Minecraft Diaries, which I realize may sound confusing and probably misleading, and I get that. I'm going to answer that question and more throughout this video, so without further ado, let's get into it. Basically, this series is going to be me creating a detailed outline of how I would rewrite Minecraft Diaries, but it's not going to be an actual rewrite like a fanfic or webtoon like I've seen other people do, and the reason for that is I want to be happy. I value my mental health, and like I mentioned before, I have other original projects that I'm currently working on. I have a job. I have so many other videos that I want to make that have nothing to do with Minecraft Diaries. Like, I have a lot going on, and I fear that if I attempt to do an actual rewrite, I will crash out. And so for my sanity, I simply am choosing to not do that because I would like to prevent the crash out if I can. I mean, listen, I'm like on the verge of a crash out like every single day, but I'm trying to preemptively prevent the one that I know would unfold if I attempted an actual Minecraft Diaries rewrite. So for my own sake, I am simply going to be doing a very detailed, and I do intend to be very detailed and thorough with this outline for how I would rewrite Minecraft Diaries, and that's what this series is going to be, just to clear up any confusion. But I'm going to continue to call it a rewrite just because I prefer how that sounds. Moving on, I wanted to preemptively answer some questions that you guys might have about this rewrite. Of course, if you guys have additional questions that I don't cover in today's video, you are more than welcome to ask in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer. So now the first question I want to cover is, will I be completely reimagining the lore of Minecraft Diaries and the story, or will I mostly be drawing from the original? The main thing that I want to accomplish with this rewrite is to improve upon the original Minecraft Diaries source material. When I first rewatched this series for the first time in 7 years, which I had to do for my Garma video that went up last week, I was genuinely surprised with how much the original holds up after all of these years. Of course, that is not to say that the series is without its cringy, corny, inconsistent moments. Listen, I know that this series, with as much as I love it, I know that it is flawed. It's why I want to do a rewrite. That, and also we never got an actual proper conclusion to Minecraft Diaries. That's definitely a big contributing factor to wanting to do this rewrite. But even with all of the original Minecraft Diaries flaws, I genuinely wholeheartedly believe that there's a lot of good stuff there. There are fun and compelling characters and compelling storylines that I would love to expand on because they had so much potential. So again, my goal for this rewrite is to enhance what's already there. Ultimately, I'm going to be taking stuff from the original Minecraft Diaries, from the reboot, and sifting through all of that and making changes where I see fit and talking through my thought process of what I'm choosing to keep and what I'm choosing to change and why. And that's what this whole series is going to be. It's like me talking through my process of creating this outline. Okay, the next question that I have is, will I be open to taking comment suggestions when developing and making changes to the outline? I would absolutely love for you guys to engage with your ideas in the comments for the outline, as long as you are respectful, and also that you keep in mind that I might not use your suggestions and that I am not obligated to do so. For example, if you have a really good idea and you explain it really well and you give me permission to use it in the outline, I would love to incorporate it if I can. But if you just tell me that an idea that I have sucks without any actual feedback to improve it, I'm not going to change something for no reason besides that you just don't like it. Listen, you are entitled to your opinion and you are fully free to disagree with how I choose to go about this rewrite, whether it's a small part or the entire thing. I don't really care. Again, it's your opinion, but I am not obligated and I'm not going to change my outline, any parts of my outline, for, again, no reason, just simply to accommodate your opinions or your preferences just because you get angry about it in the comments or something. So just keep that in mind. And even if you do express your dissent in a respectful way, that still does not guarantee that I'm going to make that change for you. Like, just because you want Lawrence and lmao to be together and you think that that relationship makes the most sense, that doesn't mean that I'm going to write that relationship that way. Which leads me to my third question. As a lmao shipper, will I be making lmao canon in this rewrite? Yes. I figured that I would just be upfront about that right now. So if that's a deal breaker for you, if that's gonna ruin this rewrite for you, this is probably not the series for you. And that's totally cool. I'm sure there are plenty of rewrites out there that perfectly accommodate for your shipping preferences, whether that's one that someone else has written or maybe one of your own making. Again, I will not be offended if you don't want to go along with this rewrite process because that's like your number one like deal breaker. Totally get it. I'd also just like to clarify that while I do plan on making lmao canon in my rewrite, I don't plan on dramatically altering their story from the original. As I said before, I plan on sticking to the original Minecraft Diaries story as much as I possibly can and just improving upon what's already there, and that goes for lmao too. And then the final question that I want to address for now is, how often do I plan on releasing episodes for this series, and how many episodes are there going to be? Originally, the plan was going to be releasing 2 episodes a month, but then I got norovirus in January, and that completely fucked up my entire upload schedule, and I'm still dealing with the effects of my schedule getting disrupted to this day. So the long and short of it is I'm going to be releasing episodes for this series monthly. As for the number of episodes, I wanted to quickly go through the episodes that I plan to do for this series with you guys so that you can get a feel for where my head is at. This isn't a definitive list beyond like the first few episodes. The content and order of the episodes could very well change depending on how I want to structure this series. The first episode will be about Irene and the Divine Warriors. Since everything in Minecraft Diaries really begins with them, it felt most appropriate to start with them. The following episode will be about the regions, so Ruan, Galruk, and Tula. The next episode will be about the different races of the Minecraft Diaries world, so like the humans, the elves, the werewolves, etc. Then I plan to do an episode about Ocassus and Scaleswind, an episode about Brightport and Metelli, an episode about the other Ruan villages, so like Picaro and Naraka and all those other villages that are like smaller and a little bit more minor in the grand scheme of the story. An episode about the werewolf tribes, an episode about the Yggdrasil forest, an episode about Irene's sacred forest, an episode about the Shadow Knights and the Nether, an episode about Phoenix Drop, and an episode about lmao herself. As I'm sure you can probably guess, these are not all the episodes that I plan to do. I plan to make episodes about all of the relevant characters. I'd also love to do an episode about like the magic system, maybe even an episode about like the themes that I hope to like cover, like the overarching themes of the story. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. If you feel like there's anything important that I'm missing, feel free to leave it down below in the comments and I'll either incorporate it into an episode that I've already mentioned or make an entirely separate episode dedicated to that topic depending on what it is. Alright, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this first unofficial episode of Rewriting Minecraft Diaries, the first actual episode will be the next one that comes out. Again, these episodes are going to be released monthly, so the first episode will be out in May. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys have any additional questions about this series or suggestions for going about this rewrite. Again, please keep in mind that I may not take your suggestions, but I will do my best to at least consider them moving forward. Once again, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I upload Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, except when I don't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!